Hello and good afternoon. This is Theresa. Welcome to my channel. Today is 50 stack challenge number 7 with the prompts Wreath and Gold. So you might see some notes here on my glass mat. One says the 50 stack 7, which is 50 stack challenge 7. And the other note is the prompts Wreath and Gold. And then the last thing that I want to do for this video is I want to wrap it up by writing in my journal, or demonstrating how I write in my journal might be a better way of saying that. I'm going to lay this to the side for now, and I did not pull anything out before getting started because I wanted to demonstrate also how easy it is to get started when you have some kind of a plan and when you know where your things are. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around in my chair and I'm going to pull out my die cuts. So as you can see by the thumbnail of this video, I had a picture of this. And in my mind, this was going to be the closest thing that I have to a wreath. I used to have a lot more stuff that had to do with wreaths because I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm pretty sure the person who sent me this Happy Mail has a lot to do with Stampin' Up! Oh my goodness, she sent me so many die cuts. Unfortunately, I don't recall what her name is right now, but probably a couple months ago, there was a die cut swap in the Junk Journal Madness Facebook group. I highly recommend you take a look at that group. It's a really easygoing group that Susan with I Totally Love It put together, and lots of information on lots of fun things that are going on in the junk journal community. And hello, Joanne's Junk Journals and more. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to start with the wreath, and to me a wreath is a circle, and it can be done with like a foam circle, or just putting circles together, weaving raffia, stuff like that together. My sister is a wreath maker and she does a beautiful job. She's in Texas and that's just one of her hobbies, but I think she maybe sells them too. I think she sells them at like the senior citizen hall. So let's go ahead and take out what we have in here, because all these little pieces are actually, I'm doing great. Thanks, Joan. I've been wondering how you're doing. Okay, so I kind of like this, and I kind of like this. And I'm thinking that whatever I put together is going to be good for when I do my Christmas journal. Well, there's a lot of stuff to punch out on this. I'm just going to do a little bit for right now. I'm thinking that this is going to be my favorite right here. Or do I like this better? No, for Christmas, I like this better. Okay, so I think that wants to pop out too, but I don't want it to pop out. So I'm gonna leave this out, leave some of this out, put this away, because it just helps me to focus, to move things out of my way and not have it to look at. So first of all, I want to take one of my biggest, whoops, right here, my biggest circle punches. That one won't be too big. It's nice to see you too. I hear a lot of people say that they don't get notices for my lives. But whenever you catch me, I think it's great. Thank you. So I want something on the back, and today is a use what you got. That means I don't want to pull out anything new. I have this particular punch, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this for something other than what it was originally intended for. I can punch out another one if I want at a different time. But for now, the best purpose of this, and I probably should have centered that better because that would have been a really cool frame, and actually that's still a cool frame. Who says that a frame has to have the circle positioned exactly in the middle? And that's what I love about junk journaling, is you start thinking outside of the box and thinking about embracing imperfection instead of saying, oh, that doesn't look right. Okay, so now we need some glue. Let's put that pin where I'll find it later, because Lord knows I am terrible about losing my glue pins. So I'm just killing some time before my husband gets over here with a trailer, because we're going to start taking some of the stuff back to storage, because we're going to be leaving for Arizona in a week. So we're starting to make that transition. On Sunday is a party, a going away party, at a place called Wahoo's in Meridian, Idaho. Now I just put that on the back to make it more sturdy, and also to try and prevent any cutouts from coming out, because I want this to be solid. And then I'm going to try to line this up. Excuse me. First, I need my, where is it? Oh, there it is. I need this. Ow. You gotta be careful to not tear. This is making me cross-eyed trying to find these little dots. What are you doing today, Joan? This weather change is making my nose run. I know, TMI. Come on, little dots, come out of there. What are you going to do during your live today, Joan? So Joan is going to have a live in 5 hours. Right now it's 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So that means at 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today, Wednesday, October 22nd, Joan's Junk Journals and More is going to have a live. Okay, good enough. Where's my, there it is. This is a Stampin' Up! Take Your Pick tool that I have from my Stampin' Up! Days. I have another one that is smaller, but I don't find that as fast when I need it because I don't use it as much as I use this one. This one is nice because it has a pokey tool on one side and it has a gummed tool on the other side for being able to pick up little pieces like that, which I love. Okay, now back to trying to line this up. Maybe if I try lining the center up. This is going to be like watching paint dry when I try to figure out where this goes. Ooh, I think I found it. Okay, let's just go ahead and highlight that comment that Joan just made. She says she will be working on, I think I lined it up. Oh my gosh, I think I did. Yep, that's it. So she'll be working on her Alice in Wonderland diamond painting and talking about what she plans to do in the future, like journals, tags, and other crafts. So that is again today, October 22nd at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. And Joan is in Canada. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to make it a little bit more wreath-like by adding some fun stuff. Like I said, my sister is the artist in this respect, so I'm just playing. Just playing. Come on. There we go. Got it. That didn't cut all the way through, but again, embrace imperfection. Embrace it. And you know what? I glued that on backwards, but I don't think anybody will be able to tell once I start putting down some more elements. Okay. I don't really like red in, I forget what this color is called in Stampin' Up! World. I used to know all the colors. That looks good. Okay. Let's poke those out. I'll tell you what, I don't use Stampin' Up! Anymore, but I gotta tell you, well, I do use some stuff. I use the rubber stamps, and I use my mini embossing machine from Stampin' Up! I use my pokey tool. I still have my inks, and every once in a while I pull them out. Not all of them. I sold quite a bit. You still have a lot of dies and embossing folders. But what I wanted to say is Stampin' Up! Stamps, the red rubber and the photopolymer, they pretty much, if not definitely, are the best. When I stamp from like a Tim Holtz stamp to a Stampin' Up! Stamp, I am so much more happy with everything about it. How the red rubber stick to the acrylic block, because a lot of times the sticky part on the Tim Holtz stamps doesn't grab hold, and Stampin' Up! Had a problem with that at one point too, and they fixed it. They recognized it as an issue and they fixed it. I wish the products, the Ranger and the Anonymous for the Tim Holtz designs, would recognize the packaging problems and product problems. The designs are great. No complaints about the designs. That's why I left Stampin' Up, because they didn't have enough designs anymore. They were retiring all the fun designs that were vintage and grungy and not replacing it with something that was just as nice or better. They need to do what Tim Holtz is doing and bring a bunch of that stuff out of the vault. Now, I don't think I'm going to want these blues, but I'm going to audition it and see. You know what? Let's just do it. I didn't ink anything. To give it a grunge look, but I'm got a plan for that. Now I'm going to just use this one. Where do I want to put it? Probably right there. April, otherwise known as Mama Juju, just signed up to be a demonstrator. And there's a kick bottom kit price going on right now. Lowest one is, I think, $35 is your cost, and you get like $100 worth of stuff or something like that. I haven't really gone to look at it yet. I'm still thinking about it, but by the time I make the decision, no, that's not going to look good. Okay, never mind. Well, I do have two. Yes, never mind, I do have two. But if that's something you're interested in, reach out to April Mama Juju and find her link so she gets credit for it. What if I just did a little bit? Yeah, I think if I just do a little bit, I'll like it. The more I build on it, the more I like it too. Oh, well, you mean, okay, so Joan is saying that she really needs to watch her pennies because she's been spending lots on diamond paintings for others in need lately. So does that mean that you're donating them to others so that maybe they can diamond paint with you? Okay. So I don't want that there. I think that's all I want to use. Thank you. Joan says she thinks it's turning out pretty. You know, isn't it always amazing what we get when we start layering, Joan? Layering is just a lot of fun. Okay, put that back in there and put that back in here. And I don't think I want to pull any of this into this because this is all pretty much grungy and that sort of thing. So let's put that away so it doesn't distract me and cause me to rabbit trail. Now, this is all garbage. That is awesome, Joan. So Joan says, yes, she's donating to others. She's helping Michelle with Diamonds for a Better Tomorrow, buying diamond paintings for those that can't afford to, for whatever reason, due to their mental state. Okay, now I'm going to pull out my bling. We need some bling. And I'm going to ink. You know I have to put the grunge on. Because I am all about the grunge. There's people who like shabby chic and they do such beautiful pink and frilly and bright, beautiful things. People who are boho that use all kinds of gorgeous colors and that sort of thing. But I am all about the grunge. Oops, I broke that one. I had heard that Canada Post might be starting to run again. That's great news. I'm going to try and fix my error here. Also heard, let's see, somebody was selling journals, I think, and they said that that included overseas because, like, England or something, I don't know, something had changed about that too. So, oh yeah, I like that. I'm sorry for those of you who are like, oh man, I liked it when it was bright and pretty. Sorry, because now I like it. I liked it before, but I like it better now. And it will fit in better with whatever journal I want to put it in, because grunge is my style. So we need some circles, some pretty circles. I'm leaning towards these, not those, not those. I thought I saw something green. Well, I thought I did. We can start with these though. So now this is where this tool comes in handy, is for this sort of thing. I used to be better at it. Well, fine. I don't want you anyways. One more. Let's see if I got the first two okay, but I can't get these. There. Yay. Okay. Now what I want. Pearls. Here's some green. I want something. Is there anything really big to go in the middle? I'm just going to do a little fill-in in the middle with these. It's going to be almost like collaging with gems. Come on. I like you where you were at before. Now one more. Can we get one more in there? Quit sticking to me. Kind of like diamond painting there, trying to fit little things into spaces. Okay, now you guys stay. Stay. Okay, that's coming together. Neat. Now I think I want some diamonds. Where's my diamonds? None of this. So let's get rid of this. Okay, we're not going to put those away on camera. That takes too long. I don't have any diamonds. Come on. Yes, I do somewhere. Not these. I don't want square. I want circles. Oh, yeah. I want these, I think. I wonder if that's my husband. I think that's my husband with the trailer. Okay, so let's use these blue diamonds. Well, they're not diamonds. Yep, that's my husband and my daughter.
Hi.
Hi, I'm doing a video.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. Okay, I like that. That looks really pretty. So, the wreath is done. Now, the next one is gold, so I'm just gonna do something different than I usually do. And just throw all this over to the side and put my wreath up there, because I'm gonna wrap this up. So I've been having a lot of fun with, where's it at? My pouch for pre-made ephemera, and this back part, if you see this tab, it says backing, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. But I also have let's see. Oh. So today we're use what I have, and this was a Happy Mail from Carrie. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to decorate this. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my gold. And I'm going to go around this with the gold. And this is the foundry wax, Distress Foundry Wax Gilded. So gilded is for gold. now I have these gold, this gold bling. And I'm just gonna put some of that on here. My gum isn't all that great. Okay. Let's see. And then I'm going to put a Christmas type something on there. And that kind of has some gold in it too. I'm just going to lay that across like that. And then that's going to be enough for right now, because I don't like to get too carried away when I don't know what journal it's going to go in. But these will both be good pieces for my upcoming Christmas journal that I'm going to do as part of a Sweet Pea Papers collaboration. I'm just going to leave all those threads hanging until I decide whether I want them or not. My finger's sticky, so I put the glue down, then my sticky finger brings the fabric back up. So that's what these semi-dry wipes are really good for. Okay, well, that's a start to that. Whoops. And need to make sure we don't let the glue dry out. There's too much glue. Oh well, I'll do that later. Okay, so for this, we have this for wreath, and we have this for gold. And this is very simple because I want to have space and opportunity to be able to make this fit with the journal that I'm going to do. The heck, I might even do something like that. Who knows? So this will go in with my Christmas stash, which I have on my hanging thing over here. And it will be ready for when I'm ready to do the Christmas journal. So real quick, I wanted to show me working in my journal. And I have a little, one of these cool things. They're really cheap on Amazon. I just got an A. I wasn't worried about my initial because they were more expensive if I didn't get the A. But I've got a daily planner. I've got a monthly planner that I'm using. I'm doing habit tracking. I'm doing photos, like scrapbooking for memorializing. Ruth came and visited along with her Aunt Ashley and her cousin Madison, and they went fishing, and that is actually a fish. I don't know if you can see it. And that was a fly getting killed on my fly zapper. And then on this day, Ruth came and visited, and we played with her princess journal kit. And so I'm having a lot of fun using this. I have this for 3 months, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I love the style of Midori that I did. Instead of having it go up and down, there's just a little bit like that. I just love, this is one of my favorite planners because I used a lot of fun stuff from my stash, my trim from Italy, some of my frames from my Stampin' Up! Days. Just so much fun. I have a big jar of these silly beads, and I was able to use those. This was, and here's one of my military buttons. The only thing I don't have on here is one of my military pins. Maybe I'll put one of my military pins on there. That would be fun. But that's what's neat about junk journaling, is you can always add stuff later on. So some of this is developed out, and some of it's going to get developed out more as I use it. And at one point, at the very beginning, I decided I needed a pocket in the front to be able to use little task cards, so that I didn't always have to open the journal every 5 minutes when I was trying to look at what I was trying to remember that I wanted to do for work. So, and I never worry about what you see in my journal, because the important stuff I code it, like, okay,